let's jump on in. I like throwing a curveball at the beginning. You obviously have directed a number of things. If you could get the financing to direct anything you want, make any project you want, what would you make and why?
Is that you like a film that is made, or like totally
anything you want? Anything. It's like, the dream project.
So I think it will be a mixture of Interstellar featuring Pirates of the Caribbean and Man of Steel.
Ooh, I do love Man of Steel.
Yeah, Man of Steel was one of my most. Oh, and to be honest, okay, number one in the world, like a director I would love to work with anyway is like Steven Spielberg, and I loved E.T. Like E.T. was my child, and but I think everything that has a sense of dreaming big, that it's very entertaining, is a genre film, and it's like it feels like a very pathetic, big, huge film. That's what I would love to do.
So getting into some specific stuff in the film, how the hell did you pull off that bike sequence where obviously it's not you, but how did you film that? Because that's really tough.
Yeah, so we had, thank you for asking, because that was when we did the location tour and when we made this decision to do a bike chase in the film, we went through whole Prague, and then we found all these crazy stairs, and they were like really, that was a these are tricky stairs, and even to go up to the stairs, that was hurting like hell, but even down was it was terrific. So I called Zach and Debbie and I told them about the bike chase in Prague, and Debbie said, Matthias, you will not do your own stunts on these days. And we were building we had like three guys, like really good bike drive, they could really they were married to their bikes. So but we were building like a tiny track, like a ramp and a track on the stairs, so I could be on the bike. So and some of the stunts I did by myself.
Yeah, listen, it looks very cool in the movie. I love Nicolas Cage, and there's a lot of Nicolas Cage references in this movie. Did you have to actually get his permission to use his name and like the jokes with him, or was it something like it's like you don't have to do something like that?
Oh yeah, to be honest, that's not my department, but it's I heard that we have to have his permission. I don't know if it was the manager or it was the film. I don't know what the distributor was, but but I heard that we needed his permission, and on these, what is it, like 10 seconds in the film,
Sure.
So I heard that we needed his permission, and there was a yes, and it's in the film. So I'm really proud, because even that film, it was like one of my movies, from my past when I was a young dude.
100%. I love talking about editing because that's where the movie all comes together. Did you have like a much longer first cut? What did you learn in the editing room that maybe surprised you?
Alex Berner, the guy the editor of the film, we had a great time, because I learned a lot with that film, because when I came back from Prague and we met in the editing room, he told me, hey Matthias, what do you think about to cut all this film together without any music? No music. It's just, let's do it silent, just acting, dialogue, but nothing else, no music. And I thought, hey, that's a great idea. That's come on, let's do this. So the first three cuts, it was just a film without any music, and I loved that. That was so good, and I learned so much about rhythm and sure. Because if the scene works without any music, you don't have to cheat. You don't need music, that the scene is good. And that was a cool process. I learned a lot.
You are. I've been to Berlin a number of times. This is not where I was gonna ask you, but fuck it. I love the city. For people that have never been there, what do you want people to? What do you want to recommend to people to do if they only have one day in Berlin?
I think to really focus on the historical foundation of the whole city. You know, like driving with a cab from the east to the west, from the west to the east, in different places like Checkpoint Charlie, and looking at all these spots of this very modern but very historic place. So discover the wall, discover the old Hitler bunkers, discover, yeah, even like how the coffee shops changed in the West and the East, you know, like, and it's still there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we could really get into this. I went to East Berlin has really changed a lot in the last few years.
Yeah.
I'll say it like that.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
I think it feels newer than the West, to be honest. You know, like it's so, and I'm from the East. You know, I saw Berlin when it was really gray, when the wall was still up. That was a crazy time.
Do you know what you're actually going to do next? Do you know what the next film you might direct?
I have an idea, but nothing I can talk about. But cross fingers that it will be something like an English film and English speaking film. You know, like this would be cool.
On that note, I'm just going to say congrats. I hope the movie's a huge hit for you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And safe travels.
Yes, thank you. And you too.